Hi guys, and welcome back to another edition of Blue Bloods Football. This is your post-match analysis for Chelsea and Southampton. As you can see, the score was 1-0 to Southampton. Who saw that coming? And that's not sarcasm, man. I honestly thought we'd at least not lose. Like a draw would be like, terrible. But Chelsea got a loss, guys, at home to a managerless Southampton at the bottom of the league. And can I be honest, looking at this game, this is probably the worst game I've ever seen Chelsea play in our history, come to think of it. Nothing in my mind comes close to how we actually played. I can't remember us ever playing this badly, to be honest. It literally looks like our team never practiced. It literally looks like we came into this game without practicing. Like, these players didn't know each other. These guys got together for the first time in history. I don't know what those pictures of those players at Cobham were. They definitely weren't practicing. So honestly, I have no clue what was happening during that game. It was one of the most terrible games I've ever seen, like I said. And Southampton wasn't even that great. That's the thing. You get these teams with a new manager bounce, or these small teams that come together and put in a decent performance. But these guys did the bare minimum, and that was more than enough to get a result against us. So honestly, it's shocking, it's embarrassing. I mean, right now, I'm so distraught. Like I said, it was a terrible game. Let's actually break it down as much as I can, because how do I analyze garbage? So we started off with the 4-2, 3-1. At least we're consistent with formation. I'll give Potter that much. By the way, I'm going to get to Potter after this, but yeah. Koulibaly and Badiashile at the back. I automatically saw chaos without Thiago Silva, who's been rested, understandably so. When you're 38, so you can't play every damn game as much as we need him to. On the left back position, Ben Chilwell. So yeah, right back was Azpilicueta, who I predicted was going to have a slow laggy game, because this guy hasn't played in ages. Premier League intensity is quite intense, and he made a bunch of mistakes during this game. Azpilicueta coming in, making such a rash tackle. He was laggy, he was slow, he was trying to keep up with the game, he could barely keep up. Concedes a free kick to James Ward-Prowse, who has the free kick accuracy of most people who take penalties. What are you expecting in life? You know what I mean? Yeah, obviously, thoughts go out to him with that injury. That was a horror injury. You could hear that from far. The stadium froze. The player who committed the tackle felt very guilty. Despite that, I still think he should have got a red. Because honestly, Southampton came in very physical this game. But anyway, let me finish the lineup. So, pivots of Enzo Fernandez and Maseko Kovacic. I was looking forward to this pivot. I thought we'd take a lot more control of the game. Contrary to our belief, we had little to no possession in the first half, which was shocking. How are we at home against the bottom of a league team conceding possession like that? It does not make sense to me. This game was shambles. Anyway, let me finish this lineup. I'm getting in my feels. 3 in front of them, Noni Madueke, makes sense. On the right, middle, João Felix, makes sense. On the left, Mason Mount. Resting Mudryk, I guess, whatever. Then again, Mudryk hasn't been put in that many performances, so I have nothing to say there. And our striker, Dotro Fofana, who I was actually looking forward to seeing. And for the first half, he played a relatively exciting game. He was one of the early players that was actually pushing to do something. He had no help from any of the people around him. Pretty much he had to do so much himself, and then they ended up taking him off, which makes no sense to me. So guys, like I said, we had no possession at the beginning of this game, which makes no sense to me, to a bottom of the league team. Honestly, they dominated us in every way, and they made the game very physical. Almost every 5 minutes it was a stoppage. There was just fouls everywhere. So their game plan was clear. Our game plan was not clear. There was no passes or play. We get the ball, we can't play out from the back, we look shaky as hell. We get to the front, as usual, we can't stitch 3 passes together to get to the front. Latro Fofana had to run to the wing, to the middle, take shots from Lord knows where to try and get something off. He was the only person that was trying. Mason Mount was an absent father in this game. I did not see him at all. Noni Madueke also got into the ball a couple of times, to be honest. I got match notes here I would like to read, but at this point, what am I breaking down? Guys, everyone was terrible. Everyone was way below average. Sterling came on, Kai Havertz came on. I don't know how Mason Mount still managed to stay on past 45 minutes. I have no hate for the guy, but sometimes like, I don't know what he does anymore. It used to be work rate, pushing, some form of technicality. Now it looks dead in the water. It looks like he doesn't want to play for the team. So personally, I don't understand. Potter's team selection, Potter's substitutions, everything was so questionable. But Sterling then again came on and lit the show. It's actually admirable how Sterling can actually look so decent in a team this bad. Like, for him to come from City to Chelsea and actually look good still is alarming. Like, he must be so shocked to see the quality around him and whatever's happening around. I mean, sure, he's getting paid, so it's like, whatever, I'll just do my job. But he was the only person initiating anything against our Southampton team. He was the only threat. Kai Havertz did a semi-decent job even. Even Kai Havertz. The team was so bad it made Kai look good. Can you explain that to me? I don't get it. Guys, like, and everything that happened in that match, all down to Potter for me. The Dortmund game wasn't so much his fault. He got us to the goal line, we couldn't score. This game, no organization, no tactics, no passing, there was nothing. I did not know what the plan was. I didn't know what the plan was. It didn't make sense to me. Like, we couldn't get a goal, we couldn't stitch a couple of passes together, we only looked good when Sterling came on, we'll look better. Not good. But this was probably the worst match in Chelsea history I've ever seen. Like I said, I mean, honestly, like Potter, I hate to be the kind of hashtag Potter out kind of gent, get the manager out, but guys, this team is going further and further down. On top of that, everyone around us is picking up. Liverpool's not playing games anymore. They're coming up again. You know what I mean? What are we gonna do at this point? We're 10th. It's looking really bad. Like, I don't even know if we get rid of this guy, who do we get in? Personally, for me, anyone would be an improvement. Potter still looks like he's tinkering around with the team. He still looks like he doesn't know what the best 11 is. He still doesn't know what the tactics are supposed to be. And that's worrying. Like, how do you need so much time? It's like he's a special coach or something. Like, I don't mean special as in Mourinho special. I mean special as in Special Olympic special. You know what I mean? But it's just shocking, like, how much time he needs to try to get this team organized. And then on top of everything, in these post-match interviews, this guy still comes with this calm positivity. No, I understand why the fans are angry. I mean, like, honestly, I'll put up the clip now of his post-match interview.
It's only a short bit between the press box and here, but I got approached by two Chelsea fans separately on my way to here. Negative feedback. One said you had to go, the other said you're the worst manager in this club's history. How would you respond to that kind of criticism, and what would you say to fans like that?
Well, after a 1-0 defeat at home, any criticism you get is understandable. I think we've had a tough period, and I think we've had lots of challenges in terms of integrating young players into the Premier League. Whilst results don't go your way, then it can be tough.
After seeing that, it blows me away. Like, this guy, they literally said that fans literally told him that they asked him to get out the club. There were boos and cheers from the crowds, and he still keeps that. Like, I get being composed, but like, show some emotion, give something. It's frustrating to see a performance like this, and on top of that, him to come out and say such things. Like, I even made a short about him talking about VAR after our atrocious decision against during the West Ham game with Soucek's handball. Like, it just doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Personally, I don't know, guys. I'm getting frustrated with this guy every game. Only reason I watched this match was to do this post-match for you guys, because personally, I have no hope when it comes to Potter. I see this man, and I'm just like, there's nothing we can do. Every time, like, he doesn't even look like he gives instruction. He just claps every time we do something. I don't know what his approach is. And this whole trust the process thing. We are not Arsenal. I'm not going to wait 19 years for my next league title. It's ridiculous. We are not Arsenal. There's a completely different culture. There's a completely different, like, facets of how we organize our stuff at Stamford Bridge versus, at the Emirates. It's different. So stop comparing. I don't know why these owners are looking at them, and that's what they're doing. That's obviously what they're doing. Trust the process nonsense. Listen, it's a different process. Let's not do it like this. I understand not firing every manager, but can we please get something going? Can we please get someone who knows what they're doing in and has some kind of blueprint from the beginning? That's what Thomas Tuchel had. I'm not saying go get Tuchel back. Time's passed. He's gone. Okay, I get that. But at this point, guys, it just does not make sense to have a manager that looks completely clueless at this point in time. Every match, we look bad. even if we get a goal. I don't even remember the last time. Guys, like, when was the last time we scored? Against what? Fulham, I guess. Okay, cool. When was the last time we won a match? I don't know what that's like anymore, personally. I can't remember the feeling of winning a game. Was it against Crystal Palace? Oh my days. Guys, it's just looking peak. Every game is just looking bad. Potter doesn't know what he's doing with these resources. Like, this guy got the best January window. The best January window any manager's ever seen in football history. And he cannot stitch together just basics, like anything. I'm not expecting win every game from here on out. Things happen. But we're not even seeing a plan. We're not even seeing a blueprint. That's my point. Arsenal fans keep telling me, no guys, with Arteta there was this. With Arteta there was at least a baseline plan. And the majority of you Arsenal fans wanted him out, so please don't give me that nonsense. Like, honestly. The people that tell me to trust the process, I'm over it. That's not how it's gonna work for me personally. And yeah guys, like, I'll leave you with a picture I saw, interestingly, about Graham Potter and the resources he's acquired. All those ladders on the floor. Yeah, it's peak. So yeah guys, oh, and by the way, Ben Jacobs says he's pretty much not going anywhere, so anyone hoping to wake up to news about Graham Potter being sacked, I think forget it. Hold your breath, it's going to be a long ride. I'm pretty much done with this video analysis and this breakdown. This whole match didn't make sense to me. Like, honestly, everyone was bad. Like I said, everyone was bad. But honestly, I'm gonna go take off the shirt now. This team, bro. This team. Anyway, Blue Bloods Football, signing out.